Hello, hello, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, everybody. Um, I just wanted to jump on real quick, just to let everybody know next Tuesday, February the 27th at 7 p.m. Next week, Tuesday, the 27th at 7 p.m., we going live with our first episode of me telling my story or me sharing my story. The diagnosis, the first episode of the diagnosis is every time I think about it or read what I wrote, it's amazing to me. I'm not just saying that. It's just wild to go back in my mind when I was first diagnosed with CKD, how it all took place. Um, wow, wow, incredible story, incredible story. Again, it's a kind of a web series, but it's not going to be too long because the story is pretty deep. It's pretty deep and pretty long for individuals who know me. Um, so I'm just hoping that you guys will log on Tuesday night, Tuesday evening, um, and just listen and just hear how this all came about. This is our first episode, um, the diagnosis of me telling my story or sharing my story from diagnosis to transplant. So just an update. I am doing well. The doctors like what they see, which is good, which is really good. So um, good. It's good. I'm still healing though. I'm still healing. And I feel great. I feel great. I'm hearing a lot of people say, Craig, you look good. I'm not sure how. Maybe they've seen somebody and they don't look too good. Um, but I thank y'all for that. Thank you for the support on that. Um, Also, feel great. I feel great. I thank God for waking me up each day in my right mind, that I got soundness of mind. And I feel great. And even my doctor told me, he said, yo, you feel good, but you need to slow down. You still need to slow down. One of the things is that I didn't realize this. I didn't realize this that, and this is part of the story too, but I'll just, give it to you guys live that last year, July the 6th, actually, the 6th, I had to have what they call a nephrectomy. A nephrectomy is when they remove a kidney. So kidney, the world of kidneys is all in this nephrology world. So you got nephrologists, kidney specialists, and so on and so forth. So they performed a nephrectomy. And the reason why they performed a nephrectomy is because I was actually listed on three different transplant lists, and I hope that individuals who are currently on dialysis, who are currently dealing with chronic kidney disease or end stage renal failure, they see this particular live. Um, Speak to your social worker. If you're on dialysis, go to your social workers um, at your dialysis center. And if you're not already listed on the transplant list, um, I advise, because it was advised to me, to get on as many lists as possible, because that will increase your chances of getting a call. So get on the list, as many lists, as long as you're in a what they say 4 hour radius. So like here in Georgia, because I'm in Georgia, so I'm surrounded by a lot of different states: Alabama, Florida, South Carolina. and even North Carolina. So Charlotte is only what, 4 hours away, and that was the last list. I was actually working on that list when I got the call for my transplant. I was on the list here in Atlanta at Emory University. It's a great hospital, Emory University. I was on the list at UAB, University of Birmingham, Alabama. So, or University Alabama Birmingham, UAB, right? So, and also MUSC in Charleston, South Carolina. That's actually where I got or received the call and received the kidney transplant. Great facility in Charleston, South Carolina. I still have to go back and forth because I'm only 3 months in. Thank God. Wow, I'm 3 months in. Wow. That's crazy, right? 3 months in on for post kidney transplant. So I advise anyone, if any of you watching are not having these issues with CKD or on dialysis, if you have a family member or if you know a friend that's currently on dialysis, I advise you to get on as many lists, transplant lists, get evaluated on as many transplant lists as possible. That heightens your chances. And now, I'm not sure if everyone saw the Scripps News piece. They interviewed me. They was interested in my story, and they were talking about the EGFR because we know about racism, systemic racism in healthcare. It's a real thing. So we shouldn't feel uncomfortable, nothing about it. Yes, it makes us a little angry about it, but sorry about that. Got a call. But anyway, but we got to do something about that. And that's one of my assignments is to uplift and educate Black and brown individuals in our communities because I've seen so much on dialysis, our mentality. We got to fight. So what I was getting to was the Scripps interview and piece that they did on the discrimination for African Americans with this EGFR reading. I do have a link for that. If you have not already seen it, inbox me, DM me. I can send you that link and you will be amazed at how we were discriminated against in that calculation, that configuration, that prior to that, they were calculating us, Black and brown people, that our kidney functions were doing better than they were, which, a lot, it amazes me. It amazes me because a lot of people could have been on dialysis earlier. Also, they could have gotten a transplant sooner. Inbox me or DM me if you want that link to that piece. Listen, education is everything. It is everything. I'm telling you. It was wild. And because they had to make a change to everything, now more African Americans are receiving transplants sooner, like that. Now the numbers got to change because it was non-African Americans up here getting more transplants, and we was down here. And so now they're trying to, even that out or even do this because it's more of us, Black and brown people that are on dialysis, that are in kidney failure, that's, dealing with CKD. So, that's my mission. Um, um, I kind of think about one of my favorite movies is The Blues Brothers with John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd. And every time somebody asked them what they was doing, why are you doing this? It was like, yo, we're on a mission from God. That's how I feel. And I know that I am. So we got to educate one another and each other, and nobody can go through this type of thing by themselves. So again, I hope you all can tune in um, next Tuesday, February the 27th at 7 p.m. Please, the first episode, it's called The Diagnosis. Wow, even that is a trip. I'm telling you, it's a trip. And once you find out what caused my CKD, it's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna blow your mind. I'm trying to answer a comment here. So yeah, it's crazy. It's really really crazy. Also too, I'm getting a lot of feedback. People are starting or beginning to reach out to me, which is awesome. Which I don't mind. Please reach out. Give me your feedback. Um, your support is beautiful. I love it. But I'm hearing a lot of stories now of individuals and people that I know who have family members who are dealing with the same thing I'm dealing with or was dealing with. And they want me to speak to their family. I don't have a problem with that. I welcome it. I actually welcome it. So give me a shout if you have my number. If you on social media, give me a shout. One of the things I am noticing though is that when we do say, yeah, sure, I'll talk to them, not a problem. Because I'm gonna tell you, when I was going through this thing, you feel alone, like nobody knows what you're going through or what you're feeling. This is what I do know. I know that the word says there's nothing new under the sun. So what that means is it's not new. Somebody has either gone through it or going through it, and someone has come through it. But your mental state, because you're the one that's going through it, you think and believe no one understands. Even though I'm sitting there, right, in dialysis, there's somebody to my right, to my left, they going through the same thing, but I still feel like no one understands, especially when you leave. Now, you know that the individuals around you may feel that way. They know what you're going through. They feel what you're going through. They understand it, right? But when you leave and go home, oh man, you're amongst other people or your friends or your church family, whatever you're doing, nobody understands. You just feel that. And so what I'm getting at is this. You cannot go through this or anything else. I know individuals who have gone through chemo, cancer, all this other type of stuff, whatever it is, health wise. Trust me, there's somebody that's gone through it. There's someone else that's gone through who they know. You kind of gotta let your guard down a little bit and become transparent. Number one, share your testimony with the right individual. Now, have some discernment. Pray for discernment on that. Can't tell everybody, but there are individuals that have gone through or going through, and you need somebody like that who understands. You need individuals like that who understand what you're going through. And so I just say to those individuals who have not called me yet, call me. I'm not here to tell you or preach to you or nothing like that. Sometimes you just need somebody to listen, like, oh, for real? Yeah, I know. I know. Trust me, I know. And I'm just listening because you need to get that stuff off your chest because I understand what it means to be angry. I understand what it means to say, hey, yo, God, why me? Now, I understand the other side of that, right? I, for one, because of my faith, I understand the other side of why me. But um, because I went through it. Now, what I do understand is because the answer comes back, why not you? That's what the answer comes back at. Why not you? Right? So that's what comes back. But I do understand that anger. I do understand those moments of feeling alone. I do. Like what was that? The Lion and the Wizard of Oz. He was like, I do believe I do. Yo, I understand. You know, a lot of people, especially when you go through those things, or if you go through loss, anything like that. And I learned this from a friend of mine who studied psychology. You know, never say that you understand when you don't. Don't do that to that other individual. Never say you understand when you don't understand. Just be honest and say, yo, I really don't understand that, man, but I'm here for you. I don't know what you're going through, but I'm here for you. You want to talk, just talk. So what I'm getting at is there are individuals out there, and I hope they see this, that your family member may have said, hey, I got a guy who's going through or went through what you went through. And do you want to talk to him? I understand the hesitation, like, yo, I don't know that kid. You know, I don't know him or whatever like that. But I tell you, I'll say there was 3 individuals that I could talk to who understood what I was going through. And I'm going to give them their flowers right now. The first person is a good brother of mine, good friend of mine. Sometimes I looked at him as a father figure, even though we were really kind of close in age, but he was like a big brother. But I give him big ups to him, my man Jay Williams. Jay Williams, I love you, brother. He received his kidney a year before me, and what he did was he contacted me when he got it, and he gave me hope. And he said, Craig, I'm just hitting you, letting you know it's possible. It's real. It's possible. It can happen. It happened for me, and I know it can happen for you. Man, that took my hopes to the stratosphere. I needed that at that moment. At that moment, I needed that. So big up to you, Jay. Big J Will, Richmond, Virginia, VCU grad. So I appreciate him. Another individual, my brother from Brooklyn, my Kingsman brother, Sean Justice. I'm giving him his flowers, shouting him out. Sean Justice down there in Orlando, Florida. He was going through the same thing at the same time I was going through it. I never knew he had it, but meaning having end-stage renal failure. He helped me a great deal as far as making decisions because he had went through it before me. He started on peritoneal dialysis, PD. Look it up if you don't know what it is. And then he switched over to hemo. And we were going through the same things and feeling the same way and not getting the results we needed and struggling. And we were able to bounce things off of each other. And you know, if he hurt, we would call each other. Yeah, man, I know. Yeah, I'm up at night too. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, my legs too. You ever feel, but yeah, blah, blah, blah. Sean, I love you, bro. Just Ice, I love you, man. Giving you flowers right now today. And actually, Sean received his kidney. He's a transplant recipient 1 month after I did, because I did what Jay did to me. I called Sean day after the surgery. Yo, Sean, I got it, bro. Guess what? You gonna get yours too. I declare it. You will get yours. You next. 1 month later, I was at a follow-up appointment in Charleston, and I get out the shower. My phone is going nuts. It's Sean. Yo, Craig, I got the call, bro. Yo, I was crying. I was in tears because I was happy for him. The third person is someone who already received the transplant, and he was so nice and open to share his story with me. Maybe this was probably a year or so, or maybe 2 years or so before I received my transplant, and that's Walter Vincent. Walter Vincent, giving you your flowers, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you for sharing your story with me. You told me a lot of things because we actually interviewed him. We were going to do a piece. I still got it. I still need to release it. But we interviewed him, and he shared with me a lot. He was very transparent on what he went through, and he shared with me a great deal. And I'm forever grateful to Walter Vincent. And shout out to his sister Connie as well. So I thank her for connecting us, putting us together. And so, yeah, you can't go through it by yourself. You need somebody, you need some type of support. So I would just make the plea, reach out. I'm open. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I know what it's like to feel alone in this. I know what it's like. So I can go on and on for days. I'm gonna cut it right here. I I'm long-winded, y'all. Y'all know that. But anyway, great information. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You see it at the bottom right here. The ticket thing, whatever. Yeah, the ticket tape. Yeah. Subscribe. GetInPosition21.org. I will be going live on the 27th next week, Tuesday. We're excited about sharing it. And I want you guys to have a great day. Hey, get in position as it relates to your health. I love y'all. Peace.